And so I finished my birthday by crying to single ladies and trying to dance to it too.
A very well spent birthday.
It was sad.
But anyway, our friends are here.
Oh, hi.
Hey guys, my name is Edward.
And I'm Katie.
And you're watching Dear Rosie, answering all the letters that are all... Let's do it one more time.
Yep.
And you're watching Dear Rosie, answering all the letters from... I'm trying to do on their Eat, Pray, Love journey.
Okay.
You're watching Dear Rosie, answering all the letters from people who are on their Eat, Pray, Love journey.
Yeah. Today's episode, we're talking about being single.
Something
single
that we
and
both
I'm loving
know
it.
well too much about.
Oh, boy, do we.
If there's anything about being an expertise about, it's being single.
Yeah, that's literally all I got.
Yes, life experience. Well, and today for the show, we are going to be doing some Valentine's Day cocktails for people who are single and they're living and thriving.
And want to drown their sorrows.
Yes.
Because
so these are some...
alcoholism solves everything.
Actually, it does really sometimes.
Before we get into that, I believe we have a letter from a viewer.
Let's
hear that.
Is from Kristen from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Ooh. West Side.
Dear Rosie, everybody has a boyfriend. Jessica has 3. Danny gave her a ring pop. Without the lollipop part. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, right?
Is first grade dumb without a boyfriend? Kristen. First grade? What the...
sorry,
I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was about 18.
Mine was when I was in 8th grade. His name was Stanton Jones. Hi, Stanton. I hope you're watching. So why don't you start slicing since I'm going to be making these drinks.
You need orange.
Watch how terribly he's going to slice these. Orange slices, lime
and lime
segments,
wedges.
like the wedges.
Got
you
it.
got it?
But first, let's talk about why people hate being single. I feel like, one, loneliness. But also, I feel like, and this is what I find, I feel like the reasons why I hate being single is because my friends and like TV and society basically tells me that I hate being single.
Oh, for sure. I think, and I don't know from your side of the spectrum, but as a woman, I feel like being single is considered like the worst crime I could ever commit. But I've never been in a serious relationship, and literally every time I've ever told anybody that, they just go and look at me and they go, "Oh, it's okay." I'm like, I know it's okay.
I think there are 2 things that being single actually helps, and it's learning about yourself and then learning about everything that's not about you.
For sure.
The world and outer experiences.
Not saying that you need to be by yourself for like even a long period of time. It's just if you go from relationship to relationship, I honestly think that you have a hard time knowing exactly what you want or knowing who you are as a person. I've learned so much by being by myself that I can watch literally every TV show that's on Netflix. So that's good.
When you're being single and you spend time by yourself, you have to learn all about yourself and really appreciate the things and sort of like establish what you know and what you like. Because if you're going to try and find another person to complete you, you have to be complete yourself.
And I think in that same kind of category is like this notion that, oh, I can't figure things out on my own. Maybe if I'm with somebody else, they'll figure it out for me or they'll complete that side of me. And it's like, no, that doesn't work that way. You gotta figure out your own problems and issues. Somebody else isn't gonna come in and solve everything, which by the way is a really sad realization that I'm coming to. In my mind, I was like, oh, Katie, it's fine being this garbage human being because when you meet that one special someone, they're gonna make you perfect.
You cannot find someone with hopes that you're going to find yourself.
No.
You should find yourself first.
Yeah, that sounds sexual for some reason.
Yes,
Find yourself.
Find your spots.
Ew, spots.
Low key, okay, and this is a true story. 2012. 2012, I remember gaining like 15 pounds just because of some boy problems. It was a terrible, terrible year. And I was just depressed, basically. But then I remember that following year, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to be sad anymore. So what I did was I made a list of a bunch of things that just made me happy. Even it could be big or small, like pieces of clothes that like make me feel good about myself and wear it, to trips that I want to go on and all that shit. Anyway, I made a list and I ended up doing everything on that list like once a day for a whole year. So it was one of the best years of my life. And I feel like everyone should be living their life that way. You should wake up and being like, what makes me happy? I'm going to go do it.
Damn, you were very organized about your happiness. Me accepting to be single is just like stop crying when men leave women on episodes of television. Why did he leave her? Yeah, so we're both on the same page.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna do a little bit of drink making, bringing my work home with me as a bartender. So what we're doing here basically is we're gonna make you some cocktails that are good for the upcoming Valentine's Day, whether you're single or in a relationship, it doesn't fucking matter. Drink, do whatever you want. Drink and be merry.
Yeah.
So the first one we're gonna do is my favorite drink. It's an old fashioned. You may have heard of it because your dad drinks it. I'm making this very much like the 1950s way of making it before, like, you know, technologies came in and made bartending a lot easier. Because why not struggle? Technologies.
All the
plural.
technologies.
So we're gonna take a little sugar cube. This sugar cube will not dissolve unless you put something on it. So just like a dash, that's gonna help dissolve it a little bit. And then we're gonna put an orange slice and a cherry in there, maraschino cherry. These give you cancer, so good luck. These are disgusting, but they're really, really, really good in old fashions. Are you a bourbon person?
I'm, no, I like whiskey. Well, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, I don't know, I feel like bourbon, especially the people that drink bourbon straight up and all that, and eat, I can't do that.
It's fun to impress yourself in front of a man. Not gonna lie, it's just like, give me a Knob Creek. Neat. They're like, whoa!
But then you see that person just like taking itty little sips all through it, and you're just babysitting that drink.
Oh, yeah, but then you get nice and hammered and you don't have a hangover, so those people know what they're doing. So we muddle this all up. You can kind of see it. It looks like mushy and weird. And then we're going to take some ice cubes here, fill this bad boy up, and then you're just going to do like a 4 count of bourbon right on top of there.
Jim Beam, sponsored.
Yeah, Jim Beam, the perfect thing for an old fashioned. Mix this bad boy up, get that shit in there. And then you're gonna take, normally if you had a peeler, you're gonna do this on the outside of an orange, but we don't have a peeler. So I'm gonna take this off, this orange part, which I'll probably eat later. And then you're just gonna kind of squeeze it so the outside of the orange peel gets in there, and then stick it in. And we have an old fashioned.
But let's call it something else. What do we want to call it for today?
How to attract a sociopath.
Okay, I'll do a little taste.
You want to do a little taste to see if it's good?
I don't like to drink it. I like.
So that if he makes a gross out face, it's not my skills as a bartender. It's just his inability to drink brown liquor.
It's not bad.
Ha! It's not bad.
Oh my God, I can totally drink old fashioned.
That's how people have been characterizing me my whole life.
All right, so let's do the next one.
Next drink is really fancy and adorable, so I'm excited to make this one. What we're gonna use is this vase, essentially, since we don't have normal bar tools here. It's like a fucking Pinterest board in this bitch right now. What you're gonna do is take some limes here, kind of eyeball it, and then you're gonna take a couple lemons, and we are gonna muddle it up. I'm gonna use the other side of the spoon. This is exactly what muddlers look like. I'm literally showing you how they make like cocktails in olden times. Can you cut some of those blackberries for me? Just like cut some of them in half.
How would you like me to cut it?
Just in half.
So like a wheel?
So you just gotta keep muddling because this shit takes forever, especially when you're using a gigantic wooden spoon instead of a muddler.
Would you like me to cut it like this, or would you like me to cut it like this?
Oh my God, in half.
I'm gonna do it a couple different ways.
And then just start throwing those bad boys in here. And then gonna muddle the blackberry in there. All right, so this is, about as muddled as we're gonna get it in this vase. So you kind of muddled it up. You can see it's starting to turn a pretty color. Now the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna get these sprigs of mint. And the best way to kind of open up mint is to get it to talk about its feelings. You're gonna put it in your hand here.
How are you feeling today?
How are you doing? Is everything okay?
And
do you want to talk about it?
And how do you feel?
Well, my mom's not very respectful of my feelings. No. So you're gonna slam it like this, and as you can tell, it gets like way more fragrant. Oh shit. Yeah, you get that mint smell. Oh, get all up in your grill. And then you're gonna put that in there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get a little teaspoon of honey, put it all up in here. And honey is a superfood, so it's gonna make you feel super good. About that much. Kind of get it in the mix. So before you put ice, you should never put ice into your drink first. You put everything in there and then put the ice on top because you don't want the liquor to get watered down. So if you put the liquor in first and then put the ice on top, it's better. Mm-hmm. And you want to get as much liquor as possible because you're gonna have to get through this Valentine's Day. So we're just gonna kind of pour this shit in here. We're not gonna drink all of this. I'm just pouring it heavy right now.
I already know the name for this cocktail.
Well, don't tell them yet. Just build it up. Build up anticipation here.
I'll have choices for you.
All right, so you got some blackberries in there. We're gonna fill it up with ice. Keep kind of mixing it up. As you can see, like, look how pretty that color is. It's so nice. All right, so now we're gonna strain it into this. I don't have a real strainer, so I'm gonna just use this spoon to kind of get all the shit out of there. And we're gonna pour it on top. We got the blackberries at the bottom, so we'll get more blackberries in there.
Looks so good.
And then I'm gonna give a little mint garnish. So it's nice and pretty.
That is so cute.
And voila!
This is called the Gin Aniston.
Oh my God, it was worth it. It was so worth it. The Gin Aniston, because it's pretty complex and everybody thinks it should be pregnant.
And
It's the hardest everyone has ever laughed at any joke I've ever said. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Yay, being single.
oh,
Try this bad boy out. Let me know if it's good.
Yes. I don't need to have a man to have a baby.
Justin Thoreau. That's her husband. That is actually really good.
This next drink is for you, Kristen, and this is to answer your...
Yes, we got one more drink here. This is probably my favorite drink of all of the ones that we're doing. So basically what you're gonna do for this drink is you're gonna grab these 2 bottles of vodka here, and you're just going to dump them in here. I call this the Russian comrade because this is what's gonna be happening once we get taken over by Russia. The only way that they're gonna listen to you or like you is if you're able to drink this much vodka. So if you excuse me, I'm just gonna sit over here and drink this really quick.
That is disgusting. That is gross. Kristen, please just live your life. Be the first grader that you want to be in the world.
Oh, God.
You do not need a boyfriend. Aim to drink a bucket of vodka, just like good old Katie here.
I'm gonna be Vladimir Pukin.
That was stupid. Bye, Kristen.
If you like what you see, please subscribe. Here. Maybe here. No. Here. Also, for other content, like us on Facebook, King's Fifth Productions.